Hello everyone, welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today we're going to talk about if you think the horse or torrent in Elden Ring is actually as fast, faster or slower than a horse in real life. So before we jump into the video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow, and leave a comment if you like this video or what you want to see next from us. So the first step in this video is to actually find a way to measure how long is a stretch of land in Elden Ring, so we can calculate how fast the horse is going. So one thing we need a few assumptions here. The first assumption, my character is a female character and they all look like humans, so let's assume it's an average human. The next assumption is that my character being a female, let's assume it's an average size female. So we're gonna use the distance between the shoulders to actually measure these tiles right here. So the distance between from shoulder to shoulder on an average female human is about 14.4 inches or 36.7 centimeters. So we're going to use to measure these tiles that I said before. And as you can see, there are about 2 shoulder lengths for each tile. A little bit more, but let's approximate to 2 shoulder lengths. That's very important. So the next step to do is to count how many tiles are here from the beginning of this bridge until the end of the bridge. So this is the step that I'm doing right now. I'm counting all the tiles and then I'll be able to get an approximate length of this bridge. For those who don't know, this is a bridge where there's a dragon on top of it in Caelid, and I already obviously killed the dragon, otherwise I wouldn't be able to be running across freely. And here we go. We reached the final part of the bridge and we're gonna run up to this point, this circle right here, up to here. So this is the end line of our stretch of the bridge. So that's 210 tiles long. So the next step is, you see on the right and on the left there are these big structures in the middle of the bridge, and these structures I also have to account for them because they're pretty big. I cannot just ignore them. So the other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to stand side by side or do an approximate size measurement of how many shoulder lengths this structure is. So let's speed it up a little bit, and this is annoying and not very accurate, so if you want to try it yourself you can do it. You can comment down below if you think I got the measurement wrong, but at the end we actually got 18 shoulder lengths for this structure. Now all we have to do is count how many of these structures there are. So there's one right at the end of the bridge, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So actually there are 6, but I just remembered that at the very end we're not counting that big structure. It doesn't count because we're stopping right before. So there are 5 of these structures. So here is the total bridge length. That's how we calculate. There are 18 shoulder length big structures, and we have to times that by 5, so we have 33.03 meters or 92.58 feet. Then each tile is 2 shoulder lengths, so we have to multiply each tile by 2 shoulder lengths. That gives us 73.4 centimeters or 28.8 inches. And we multiply that by 210 tiles and we get 154.14 meters or 505.7 feet of length for that part of the bridge. So now we just have to add those numbers up and we get 187.17 meters or 614.07 feet of total length that we're gonna be running and walking across. We're gonna test both running speed and walking speed for Torrent. So here we go, guys. Now let's get excited. Now it's time to run our trials. It's the first run. We'll do 2 sprint runs, so running full speed, so we get an average time of how long it takes to cross the bridge, and then we'll do a walking speed run. So here is the timer, and I'm going to start on this side, and on the second run I'm going to start on the opposite side of the bridge to see if there are major changes. And let's get started. So you can see that one thing in Elden Ring also when you're running or sprinting with your horse is that it doesn't look like it's on a full sprint mode. And it got me really interested in knowing, like, is this like an actual horse speed? I don't know. I know this is a fantasy game and all that, but it just got me interested in knowing what the actual numbers were to see how it compares to real life. So here we go. 24.78 seconds is the first run for the sprint. And then now we're gonna do the second sprint and see how far apart those two sprints are. If they're not far apart, then it doesn't matter that much. So let me just turn around and start sprinting. And like I was saying, it just got me interested in knowing. I like knowing these weird things about games. I always watch YouTube videos about this, so I decided to make one of my own. And I really hope you guys are enjoying this, because to me it's very interesting and fun to do, and I would like suggestions in the comments if you have anything else that you'd like me to test out in Elden Ring to see if it comes out to something amazing or not. So we're getting at the end of our second sprint run, and it looks like it's gonna be very close. And here we go. We're actually off by just 0.01 seconds, or 0.1 seconds, no. So we can use either of the two times to calculate. They're not that far apart, so it doesn't matter. It could be just a timing error that got us to this point. And now we're gonna do a walking speed test. So for the walking speed, I'll just use the regular speed going forward. I'm not gonna use sprint or anything. So I'm considering it's more like a trot speed. And at the end, I'm gonna show you what the average horse sprinting speed is, a trot speed is, and what the actual numbers were for the Elden Ring. So I'm just gonna jump ahead a little bit because I messed the first run. I actually jumped off the horse in the middle of the run, so I had to restart. So here is the walking or the trotting speed test or trial for this game. So this is a little bit slower, as you can see, and then this looks like a fair approximate trotting speed for a horse. I don't know, it looks legit to me. When we're sprinting with the horse in Elden Ring, it just doesn't look like it's going all the way. If you compare it to games like Red Dead Redemption 2, where you kind of can like go all out, I don't know, this game it just doesn't feel that way. It feels like they kind of restricted you a little bit on the speed because the map is big, but if you made the horse really fast, then the map maybe wouldn't look or seem as big. So here we are at the end, and we got 41.71 seconds walking distance and speed. So now let's calculate the final speeds. That's what we're here to do. And first, this is the average running speed for a horse. So 25 to 30 miles an hour, or 40 to 48 kilometers. And this is the average trotting speed for a horse, 8 miles per hour. So here are the actual results that we got for this game. So the sprint speed approximately, because there might be errors, is 17.7 or 0.1 miles per hour, or 27 kilometers an hour. So this is under what the average horse speed or sprint speed is. And the walking speed is approximately 10 miles an hour, or 16.15 kilometers an hour. And as you can see, it's actually above. So the walking speed is above the average, and the sprint speed is fairly below the average. So as I was saying, like the sprint speed, it just looks slower for some reason. And the walking speed, it looked fair to me. It's a little bit above. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below if you like this video, if you want to see any other weird things that I analyze about Elden Ring. Like the video, subscribe to the channel to help the channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.